What's going on, everybody? Mike Carone, the King Dirty White Boy. I've been doing it longer. I've been seeing some stuff on the internet. Basically, young guys messing with carburetors, and they kind of don't really understand what's going on. We gotta know about a carburetor. It's a controlled fuel leak. When you're trying to start a vehicle that presumably is out of gas or first start in a long time or something, you need to fill up the carburetor. Well, the way you fill up the carburetor the easy way is through the float bowl vent. I'm going to show you how to do this, at least on a quadrajet. That's going to save your starter, save you problems, and not backfire and burn yourself down. Another thing is, while you're cranking it, most of the time with a carburetor, don't pump it while you're cranking it. Pump it however many times you think you need to, and then turn the key. Or crack the throttle just a little bit and hold it there until the said engine starts and runs. Let me show you how to do this. It's an old Lucas bottle full of gasoline. It's got the little bitty tip on it. That way you can put it in the float bowl. You fill it up till it's full, and then you back off and let it sit for a second. If you spill any fuel on top of the motor, you don't know what shape your plug wires are in or anything else, any kind of leaks, anything else, wipe it off, wait a minute, make sure you got a fire extinguisher handy. You don't want to burn your car or somebody else's car to the ground. So I'm filling up the float bowl right now, which means the car should instantly start, and we're presuming that the gas gauge is not correct. It's showing a quarter tank, but it's symptomatic of running out of fuel. Go ahead, Michael, crank it. Just crank it. You ain't got to pump it. Crank it. Okay. Now, if it starts and runs and then it dies, obviously it's not getting fuel, which would be indicative of the gas tank's empty or the fuel pump ain't working. We're going to figure that out. When you hear it laboring like that, either you're not getting an accelerator pump shot or there's nothing for the accelerator to pump. Now watch this. Mike's going to try to start it. If it starts, it's only going to start for maybe 2 to 3 seconds and die. Do that a couple times, then you know it ain't got any fuel. And then when I fill the float bowl back up, it'll start up again, run for a little while, and then die. Totally explains the carburetor is not getting any fuel, either because of 98% of the time bad fuel pump or an inaccurate gas gauge. It's showing a quarter tank. Don't let that get in your head. Well, it's showing a quarter tank. I don't care. If the fuel pump is pumping, when it's got a half a tank, when it gets down to a quarter tank, it won't run. Guess what? Your gauge in the tank, your sending unit in the gas tank, ain't working right. And the car's been sitting for a long time, a lot of times they'll rust up in place. If it was parked with a full tank and somehow that tank evaporated, somebody drained it, whatever, a long time after the fact, and it's stuck in the full position, till you break it loose, that's where it's going to stay. Try to start it, Mike. Pump it 5 times. It's out of fuel. Pump it 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Crank. Now there's no need to keep doing this because we know what it's going to do. Let me fill this up, and I bet it idles for a couple of minutes. Don't touch the gas. Turn the key. And that's called flooded. For that 15 seconds it cranked before it ran. It's because they had enough gas in the manifold to saturate the plugs for a second until it cleaned itself out. Now it's running good, but it's going to die again.